Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. If you're just joining us, we are already underway.
Javier Zanetti will be having a very busy game for sure, Peter. He'll be raiding the flanks.
A header!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Gets his head on it! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is... There's the shot! It's there!
Well, what a statement of intent. Who better to be the one to have the first say? A cracking opening to this game.
That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Griezmann, he has found the way through. Decent chance! That's a half-decent try.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And here's Mbappe, looking for the run. Oh, that was vital. And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Guardiola is offering a wry smile there.
He has a look up. That's really well cleared. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Zanetti. Kessié. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Chiellini. 30 minutes gone. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Guardiola. Nice looking ball. That's been cut out. Well played. Kessié.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Cannavaro. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking for a runner. That's the keeper's ball. Just 5 minutes left until the break. Now it's Van Basten. Now it's Bellingham. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Vinicius Junior, looking for options for movement. Zanetti demonstrating his defensive quality. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading 1-0 at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. No luck with that dink over the top. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Chiellini makes the interception.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
It's a good-looking delivery.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
And here's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Rudiger cuts out the pass. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And the shot! Sticks it away! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Beckham. And he's decided to go for it. Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. And here's Vinicius Junior. Bellingham, plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
He's given the time to pick a pass. And he cuts out the supply. Beckham. Van Dijk gives no quarter whatsoever. Oh, that pass isn't the best. That is good alertness. And it's Beckham. Oh, that's ambitious. And that will sail harmlessly past. Well, there is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change. Now it's Messi. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And this is Van Basten. Knocks it into space. Shapes to shoot! And with that, the final whistle. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it? The way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing.
Griezmann! He's missed, but not by that far.
Griezmann is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Van Basten looking to penetrate. Can he finish? Goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Looks to the other side. And he's played it back. Now that looks a decent ball. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Griezmann does really well to win the ball there.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. He has found the way through. Maradona, he's shifting through the gears here. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into tunnel vision because he had good options around him and he failed to get his head up.
Kessié. Van Basten. Oh, there's a probing ball. Knocks it into space. That's a little off target. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Van Basten. And it's Van Basten. Passing is crisp and sharp. Takes a shot! Oh, that is very close.
Griezmann brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
And we have our very first corner. Real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This their second corner of the game. A header! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
And he cuts out the supply. And they've got rid. Now it's Van Basten. Rijkaard cuts it out. Neymar quietly revving up. Maradona. And this is Batistuta. Xavi Alonso. It's Bellingham. Great vision. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. A solitary goal. That has been the crucial difference. Jorginho. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. And it's Park Ji-sung. Now, can they get him away? Rijkaard. Jorginho. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. That has ended up in no man's land. That's an imaginative pass. Griezmann! No, he couldn't get hold of it.
Bangladesh certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Park Ji-sung. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Zanetti. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
On the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Now it's Mbappe. That is good alertness.
Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Nicely weighted ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Neymar. And they win it back again. Zanetti. Still just that single goal, and we are nearly done.
Bangladesh have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Neymar.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
And that pass just didn't quite work. And there goes the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. So Javier Zanetti, Jim, very little doubt, I suppose, that he will have a huge influence on the outcome today.
Absolutely, Peter. One of his teammates even said he was better than all of us put together, which goes to show how complete a player he actually is. When it comes to balancing attack and defence, I'm not sure there's ever...
Messi! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Raul plays a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! He's delivered all right! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nicely aimed pass. And that has been cut short. And it's Henderson. And this is De Bruyne. Dembele. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Bangladesh really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
It's Van Basten! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this is Marmoush. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Jordan Henderson is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Can he get it through? Oh, good taking. He's had a shot! Oh, well played. He's taken that really cleanly. Van Basten. Now it's Raul. Now it's Raul. Oh, there's a probing ball. Van Basten. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Van Basten. And he's cut it out.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Marmoush. Park Ji-sung. Kessié. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves. Too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
So we're just settling back into this second half. Real chance! And yes, it's there! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. A mere formality, nigh on a certainty, he is truly in the zone.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Xavi Alonso. Kessié. Now, can they get him away? There's the shot! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Griezmann clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Cleared away. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. And now they can spring out of defence.
Van Dijk really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Deftly away. Now it's Messi. And it's Van Basten. Raul. Park Ji-sung. Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Raul. Jordan Henderson. Raul, who needs just a moment to score a goal. And here's the chance to counter. Danger averted for now. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Marmoush. Nicely worked. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And it's Messi. De Bruyne. Now that's well seen too. Tries to pass it through. Shot could be on. And they've got rid. And here's Dembele. And he's surging. Dembele!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
The final 5 minutes. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Griezmann. And here's Van Basten. Not too much to add on here, just a minute.